Right, thanks for joining me. We're just getting a few things sorted.
Right, thanks for joining me. We're just getting a few things sorted. Right, thanks for joining me. We're just getting a few things sorted. Right, thanks for joining me. We're just getting a few things sorted. Right, thanks for joining me.
Bit of feedback there. Hopefully it's gone. Just let me know the feedback's gone, Fred. Not used the old live setup for a while. It's gone. Thank you. Right, let's start the show. Thanks, Doug. Mr. Simon, thank you. We don't want any feedback. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the OpenSpot 4. I've got it up and running. I've actually got the OpenSpot 4 Pro, and I don't know anything about it. I've just switched it on, so I'm sort of just learning how to use it, and we'll talk about it. There's Andreas. Hi, Andreas. Right, let's hit the timer. Yeah, thanks, Simon. So am I. Yes, OpenSpot 4, got it today, the Pro. Did yours arrive today, Fred? Did you actually get it? Excellent, excellent. It took me a while to set it up. And blimey, thank you, Fred, for everything you've done for the channel. Highly appreciate it. Got to pick it up. Okay, well, this will get you in the mood. By the way, Fred, I tried to do an update on it, and the download, it would have been completed in about 2 seconds. It was that quick. That's the download, not the actual process, but that's pretty impressive, isn't it? The download of the file, about 1 second. I click cancel because I'm going to show it live how quick it is. So, hello to everybody that's joined us. Jimbo's in there somewhere, I think. Jimbo's there. Don's Locks. Lionel, he's there as always. Simon Bracebridge. Doug Spratt. Helper behind the scenes. Jimbo's there. And Greg, K6EGG. Yeah, you got plenty of time, Fred. I'm going to be playing with this live for hours. You know, I'm going to be looking at everything on it. Hi, Bill. Les, hi Les. Yeah, Roger on that. There's something else to buy. It's a lot of money. £70 tax. Import tax. But nothing to America. So one of my friends on here has got one in America and there was no tax. I'm in the UK, there was £70 tax, even though it's a lot nearer. So we're just about to go live. UKH. Hopefully my setup's alright. I've not done a live stream for a while, so you know, let me know you're watching. Say hello in the comments, and I'm just going to go through the comments we've had so far. Thank you very much for everyone for joining us. We've got Don's Locks, VK1DON, howdy, Greg K6EGG. You're still there, Greg. I saw you there earlier. Jimbo's there, Fred Romeo, Doug's Brat. Andreas is there. Big shout out to Andreas, Digital Ham Radio Diary, for everything he does in ham radio. He's always answering questions. Check out his channel on YouTube. Simon Bracebridge, he is looking forward to this. I've been looking forward to it arriving. Lionel's there. And Les, right, Jimbo's there. Hello, Les and Jimbo. Jonathan M0JSX. It's lovely to see Jonathan here. Jonathan worked at Martin Lynch and served me many times. And he's now doing something else, but he's got a good YouTube channel. Check him out as well. Alan Reader. Right, so OpenSpot 4. I'm very fortunate I got the Pro. That's the OpenSpot 4 Pro. Oh, you don't pay tax then, that's good. So that's the OpenSpot 4, and put it next to this one. There's really not a lot of difference. You know, they're the same size, same amount of buttons. It's pointless holding that up all show. So, yeah, the only difference, it has 4 dots on it. Perry Hayes, hi Perry, thank you for joining us. And, you know, I'm just making it clear. I don't know anything about the OpenSpot 4 other than it's, you know, what the public information on the website. Anyway, so we're going to now show you the dashboard. So just let me know the audio is okay, please. So give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up, as I've been working since 5 in the morning. It's now 5 in the evening, and I'm a bit tired. So right, let's bring up the dashboard. 5 and 9. Thank you, Bill. It's always nice to get audio check. I'm on a Blue Yeti microphone. Thank you, Jimbo. I'm on a Blue Yeti microphone. I bought it for the channel and I haven't really had a lot of chance to use it, so it's nice to do a live stream. Okay, let's bring up the dashboard. Okay, so we're on the dashboard here, and it doesn't look any different at all, does it? So keep the questions going. You know, if you've got any questions, and Jonathan He's very knowledgeable on D-Star. I'm sure he can think of some good questions. You know, I might not know the answer, but... So I'm going to start exploring the menus, you know, on it. So I've got it in advanced. I'm going to put it in advanced mode. Down in the bottom right, can you see it down here? That gives you extra options. Now, the big question everyone wants to know is it, you know, what's new? What's new in the 4 Pro? And the hardware and the software has been completely redesigned. So it's got a faster CPU in it. It's got a bigger battery. But looking at this, you know, it makes you wonder, you know, it doesn't look much different, does it? Is this spot only for digital? Well, yes, it's for DMR, D-Star, Fusion, P25, NXDN, all of these you can see here. But it will also take you into repeaters and nodes, which are FM as well, you know, like Freestar, yeah, or HubNet. You know, it will take you to all sorts of places that are analog as well. So, and it cross modes. So you can cross mode from any of these to any of these. So this is how I use my OpenSpot 3, and the 4 will be the same. I click on Quick Setup, and it's asking you which radio have you got in your hand. Which one do you want to go from? So I've got the ID 52, so I'm going to go from D-Star. And if I want to go to D-Star to D-Star, I'll click on Reflector, and then I can go to 30 Charlie. You know, if I did that, let's see how quick it takes to connect. Instant. So that's quite impressive. Sometimes there's a delay. Did anyone catch that? That was pretty quick. Yes. Well, that's up to you, Alan. Yeah, so that was pretty quick. I just connected to 30 Charlie. But that's not cross-moding. And by the way, don't forget that the OpenSpot 3 does cross-moding. The only trouble is you can't get one anymore. The OpenSpot 3. It does hardware transcoding. So, any questions? Yeah, we can. Steve Canavas, how quick was the boot up? Well, that's a very good question, because I haven't actually turned it off. But we will do that. Let me just do that now. I can't remember, is there a menu to turn it off? I don't think there is. The 4 and the Pro, I don't think the 4 does cross-moding, which makes it not as good as the 3. So it doesn't do cross-moding. Anyway, let's just I'm going to turn it off. Going to turn it off and see how quick it takes. I can get back online, get it back. So I'm holding in the power button, and it's gone off. And I hope I can get it going again. And I'm pressing the power button to come back on, bearing in mind that I might need to refresh it. So it's come back on. It's white, flashing red, and it's just beeped. So that was how quick. I've just pressed refresh, and yeah, so pretty instant. So I'm looking at the comments, I'm looking at the questions anybody's got. So I'm doing them in order. Are you still there, Fred Romeo? I know you were going to grab a coffee. Yeah, so Steve said how quick was the boot up time? Very quick. I think the original OpenSpot 3 was extremely quick. But yeah, Simon Bracebridge, yes, that seemed pretty quick. Yeah, immediate. And Jonathan said, what is the difference between the 4 and the Pro? And I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's just as cross-moding. But the 4 is not as good as the 3. So that's what you've got to bear in mind. Can you change modes, reflectors via an app on the phone? Well, you can't do it with the IRC DDB remote, if anyone knows what that is. You can do that on the Pi-Star ones, but there's not an option. But we're going to go through all the menus. So IRC DDB remote by David, that will be in the D-Star section. So we're going to go through all the sections. So I've said before, to go from one to the other, I just go quick mode. So if I'm going from D-Star to DMR, which is a bit more CPU intensive, I'm going to click on Brandmeister, change to a more sensible master server, and so I've just connected to DMR immediately. So I think that's a good sign. So let's try a bit more cross-moding. So the 4 wouldn't have much advantage. Yeah, it's got the internal battery, Jonathan's saying. So the 4 wouldn't have much advantage over a Pi-Star. Yeah, he's saying apart from the battery. Well, I'm only going by what I've read, and we'll bring up the specs in a minute. But, you know, people want to see it working, so the 4 looks like a cut down version of the 3. I think that, you know, I think they can't make the 3 anymore because of the parts shortage. So they're making the 4, which is a cheaper version, but it doesn't do hardware transcoding. They're advertising the new one, the 4 Pro, because it does hardware transcoding, but the 3 does that. But like I said, you can't get that anymore. And I'm guessing that's because of the hardware problems. So, quick setup. So we're going to go from... So, I don't know everything here. If you've got a better answer, please put it in the comments. How can you change from D-Star to DMR without a PC? If you're in the field. Well, I've got a video especially on that. And if you go to YouTube and look for this video, it explains how you do that. Why this makes a great combination. This one here. And in this I explain how you change when holding a D-Star radio, how you change to DMR and Fusion from the radio. So this one is called Why This Makes a Great Combination, and the thumbnail is, where has it gone? It's the OpenSpot and an ID52. So I'll just put that in the link for you. Put the link for that in the comments. So watch that later. That will stay there. That is how you change it from the radio. Not many people know that because it's too much hard work, but it's actually quite easy. You just have to put some commands in your call sign section. So hope that answers that one. That was for Bill. So we're looking at the options, and we're doing cross moding and seeing how quick it is. You know, if I wanted to go from C4 FM to D star, which would be a reflector. So I'm going from C4 FM to D star. So yes, everything is instantaneous. So that's quite impressive. Everything is instantaneous. It boots up quicker. Now this was something I noticed very impressive. I'm not actually going to do the update, but look at this. Look. Put it in the comments if you've got an OpenSpot, you know, 2 or 1 or 2 or 3. How long does it take to download the file? It takes bloody forever. It's terrible. So put it in the comments if you've got an earlier OpenSpot. You know, how many seconds or minutes, you know. In my experience, probably 10 minutes. So you're watching this, Fred, because I know this is one you wanted to see. You know, this has got I think it's a dual core CPU or a quad core. It's got much more power in the CPU, and it's got more memory, bigger battery. I think the battery goes for 30 hours. And I'm not going to do the update, but I might do it at the very end. But I just wanted you to see the speed of the upgrade download. Oh, you're joking. Right, I'm going to take it in the other room. Thank you, Fred, for the info there. So I'm just going to click OK. And Fred, it's about to do the update. I'm not actually going to do it, but I want you to see how the file whizzes across. What do you reckon? Put it in the comments. Is that impressive? I think it is. You want to see how slow the 3 was? Fred Romeo, what do you think to that? Because we always thought it was because the internet's rubbish in Estonia. So I don't want to actually do the upgrade, but put it in the comments. I think that's pretty impressive. The other one was dead slow. You'd have to do it overnight. How long on a 20 meg download? Don't know. I'm only on a 60. I'm only on a 60. Yeah. I'm just reading Fred's comments. The OpenSpot 4 Pro extends the feature set of the 4 with the onboard transcoding hardware. So it's got built-in hardware transcoding. Now I thought I'm sure the 3 had. I'm sure the 3 had hardware transcoding. But the CPU and the RAM, and it's got a bigger battery. You know, the whole computer side of it is quicker. And, you know, there's going to be less dropouts because it's, you know, it's not running to the limits. It's nicely, comfortably powerful. So that's the update. I'll do that later because I don't want to mess it up. So let's go through the menus. Like I said, I'm in the advanced mode. Down the bottom right, I've got advanced ticked. And along the top, the Pro has better voice quality. Yes, I wonder why. Has it got the Amber 3000 chipset in it? I'm not sure. So I'm going through every item in the menu, having a good look through. If you've got any questions. So you click on the word OpenSpot and it takes you to the home. This is the home screen. And it's exactly the same as, don't see any changes there at all. We'll point out any differences we notice. So that's status as well. So that's the home, that's status, connectors. Looks exactly the same. I can't see any difference yet. I mean, we know it's got a new battery, a bigger battery, and we know it's got hardware transcoding, and it's lightning fast. We've just demonstrated that. Very fast. The hardware and the software have been totally redesigned. It's very hard to believe that when you see this. It looks virtually the same, but I can definitely see the hardware has been rewritten, you know, redesigned. So that's in connectors. You know, if anyone's got any questions or something relevant, 20 times faster. Well, I think it's is it a dual core CPU or a quad core? It is faster on paper. I mean, we've seen it working faster, but apparently the software's been rewritten. You know, just had a low battery warning come up. I'm just going to put my ID 50. Actually got loads of batteries. I won't do that. Just fetching me other battery. Okay, so I've just been to fetch my other battery. Yeah, so Fred's saying 20 times faster. And certainly looked it, didn't it, in that demo I was doing, downloading stuff. You know, if you've got any questions, put it in the comments. You know, we're digging deep into the settings. You know, just showing you the setup we're running at the moment, because it does look a bit technical. This is the setup we're running, and it's in the other room now. But I got the OpenSpot 4 and it's plugged in because I was going to do I went into firmware update to see how fast it did it, and it did it lightning fast. Right, let's go back to my right hand monitor and I'll go and grab the hotspot. So we're going to go through the next menus, which is modem. Click the speaker to see if the audio is better. Yes, good point, yes. That's on status. So let's just go somewhere there's some activity. So I'm going to go from, you see, you click on quick setup. This is how you do it. Quick setup. And I'm going to go from D star to D star. I'm trying to find somewhere there's some activity. So I've clicked on the speaker. I did notice it jumped. There was not then. I'm on in the past. It wasn't as good in the browser as it is on an actual radio. Has anyone else noticed that? So I'm on 30 Charlie. There's no one on here. Typical. Let's go somewhere else. We'll go to DMR Talk Group 91. It'd be amazing if there's no one on there. So from D star to from D star to Brandmeister Talk Group 91. Noisy motorbike outside, sorry about that. Right, so I'm on 91. You know, if you want to be famous, key up on 91. Andy Cowley, hi Andy. If you want to be famous, key up on 91 and you'll hear yourself. But, you know, just when you're doing the test, I can't get anyone to speak on there. So people keying up. But remind me, you know, if I can't get anyone, we'll have to try it later. I can't afford one yet, but it's on my wish list. Well, it's a very intriguing bit of kit, but I can't see any changes yet in the software. Anyway, so all looks the same to me. We're going to go through every menu and see if there's any difference in the actual software. Settings. Oh, there's one change I spotted in the software. It's got 10 profiles. 10 profiles instead of, here they are, 10 profiles instead of 6. If that's important to anyone. And yeah, copy, export, import. So any questions, put it in the comments. I'll try and go through them all. Exactly the same firmware update. D-star settings. I don't see IRC DDB remote settings in there. Anyway, but that's most of the settings we've been through now. The user manual. I mean, it's exactly the same. It's all about the hardware. The hardware has changed. It's faster, it's quicker, it's got a battery that will last for 30 hours. It does P25, yeah. Profile switching from home to mobile was ridiculous on 3. Let me know when you get to test this with the 4. What do you mean ridiculous? It wouldn't... it took a while to connect, that sort of thing. Let's try and get some audio. That was a good suggestion of Fred. So I'm in the manual now. I've mucked it up. So there's some talking, and my monitor is down so I don't get feedback, but I'll shut up and turn it up and
Hotel 2 is functional. Some noise from with your transmission.
yeah, it's going to cause feedback.
Georgia, they're from West Indies. Well,
It does sound nice. It does sound nice audio. You know, I've had to turn the telly, the monitor down. You know, that's something we'll talk about later or another day, but audio through the built-in player is okay. It's good. So any questions, any menus you want me to try out? Autocomplete, huh? Simplex or duplex? I believe it's UHF. All the OpenSpots are UHF. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let's look at the specs on the website. That's a good question, Andreas. He's asking if someone already has the 3, would you recommend the update? Well, if you need a better battery and you're fed up of waiting for it to do things, I mean, not really. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, you can't get the 3 anymore, so That is the question, isn't it? I would probably say yes, it's worth the update, and just sell you three, get £200, and that's a big chunk towards the new one, isn't it? The reason you didn't hear anything on 91 is you needed to link up. Yes, well, I did get audio actually in the end, but because hi there, Paul Miller. I did get audio in the end, but because of my feedback problem, it was repeating itself. So the audio was good. I tested it, and the audio was good. So let's look at the OpenSpot website. So it's exactly the same size, if anyone wants to know. Exactly the same buttons on it. The OpenSpot 4 is our latest battery-powered portable standalone digital radio internet gateway hotspot. Our team has completely redesigned both the hardware and the software. I'll agree on that with the hardware. You can tell it's a lot faster. Yes, it does have better audio. So it's definitely, the hardware it's a lot faster, better battery. We'll go through the price in a minute. But it's hard to believe it's redesigned software. It looks identical. What's going on under the hood. Unless you're a programmer, you've got to take their word for it. So the OpenSpot 4, the basic one, will be available for €249. And the OpenSpot 4 Pro, that's the one we're testing. Yeah, I'm not convinced about the battery either, Steve. The OpenSpot 4 battery is only 100 mAh. I noticed, I'd only been using it 10 minutes, and I noticed it went down 3%. If that means anything, it didn't. It's not still at 100%. So the OpenSpot 4 has the best voice quality in cross-mode operation. It does hardware transcoding, but so does the 3. I'm sure the 3 does as well. It does. Because when the 3 first come out, it had software transcoding, because I read the manual. And gradually they added hardware transcoding to it, like D-Star to DMR. There'll be a new firmware update, and that will be done in hardware. You saw that, Fred, yeah. So it's the OpenSpot 4 battery is only 100 mAh bigger. The 3 has the amber chip as well. I mean, how do we know that? Has anyone seen it in the spec? So it supports D-Star cross mode. It's mentioning this because the Pi-Star ones don't. Supports call audio playback on the web interface, yeah. 10 profiles. We've been through that. The battery. So special launch price is $319, and Fred got one in America and he had no tax to pay on it. So I'll just say that again. Fred Romeo got one in America and he had no tax to pay on it. Hi Martin, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate you joining in. So yeah, I was just saying, Fred Romeo got one from America. He's in America, and he paid no tax on it. On this one, you know, I'm in the UK, and it was £70 import tax. You know, it's not obviously not the fault of the company, but what a rip-off. You know, it hasn't got to travel as far as America, but we get hit with import tax here. So these are the compatible digital radio protocols and networks. So any more questions? Andreas, you're very good at questions and answers. You know, surely there's something you can think of. Key features, here we go. Built-in lithium battery with up to, I don't like that word, up to 30 hours. Built-in transcoder hardware for best voice quality. I mean, they're not going to say it's worse, are they? The OpenSpot 3 has got hardware transcoding, built-in Wi-Fi and radio antenna, built-in beeper, web-based easy and fast quick setup, call audio playback on the web interface. No additional hardware required. USB, but that's another thing. In the box was just a USB cable. You know, I don't think we need to do an unboxing. I'll show you the box. I'll show you the box now, actually. But there's just a box with a wire in it and an OpenSpot. You know, isn't it pointless doing an actual unboxing, putting it all back. So OpenSpot 4, and this is the Pro, and it only says Pro on there, on the side. So on the side of the box it does say Pro. So it's USB charging. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, you know. Ham radio stuff normally gets left behind, doesn't it? You know, you have micro USB, old-fashioned type USB. The ID52's got very dated USB connector. Not that it matters. I mean, it's got USB charging, so it is still decent. Right. The user manual is available online. 2 years warranty. Don Locks, he'd buy it for the transcoding. Yeah, the transcoding is very decent. But just bear in mind the 3 has hardware transcoding as well. Better battery. The battery on the 3 I found failed. It didn't last very long compared to when it was first new. The OpenSpot, Bill saying, the OpenSpot 3, this product has been discontinued, but it's supported until 2024. Awesome. Mike Pasquale, hello Chris, waiting for my OpenSpot 4. Awesome. Well, you're going to love it. Any questions you've got, put it in the comments. This is actually the first YouTube video of the 4 in the world. I've done a search by date, and all the ones that come up about OpenSpot 4 are Andreas's. Are you still there, Andreas? Anyway, 2-year warranty, so that's decent. I mean, that's worth a lot on its own. Web internet interface for configuration and monitoring. Me and Fred were discussing this the other day. Create your own private network using our open source server application. So that looks intriguing, doesn't it? And there's a star sign. Hardware transcoding and call audio playback on the web interface is only available in the OpenSpot 4 Pro. Absolutely, Martin, the OpenSpot 1 is still decent. It's not the sort of hotspot you want to be looking at, you know. You don't. If it works, there's no reason to update it. You don't have to. You know, it doesn't have a screen on it. You don't need to look at it. The length of the battery discharge time is affected by the device's operation mode, transmitting or receiving or cross mode. The battery and the USB charging cable only have 1 year long warranty. 70% battery, end of warranty capacity. So they're not guaranteeing the battery. Yeah, the 3 had the call audio on the web interface as well, but I noticed it broke up. You know, if you were hearing it nice and clear on the radio, that's excellent, Terry. I'm really pleased about that. But I can guarantee you, there was £70 tax. You know, it's just your luck, isn't it? I think it's just your luck who's working that day. Right. Just looking at the comments. Fred Romeo, open source server application. Yes. Didn't give any more details, did it, on that? Although there is a button. Let's just click on this button and see what it says. Right, there's a GitHub repo. So the files are in there that you can download. Although there are no releases published. So that's a thing that's going to happen in the future. This is GitHub. Looks like a GitHub repo. So that's the spec. Let's just come back. It will be interesting to try. I mean, I don't know if that means you can use it for business, or you know, or if it's just for ham radio. It doesn't really make it clear. So we got the user manual. If anyone wants to have a look at the user manual, I'm just copying it and pasting it in here. That's the user manual, so you at your leisure. You know, I'll leave all these links in here for later for you to have a look at. So that's the user manual. Absolutely, Steve. Upgrading from the 3 to the 4 Pro is questionable. The only thing is the battery, isn't it? You've got 10 profiles, 10 user profiles, redesigned hardware and software. I mean, yeah, if you can pick up a 3 for a good price, it might be a good deal. But we've seen that it does actually, you know, it is actually a lot faster. The 4, it does seem to be lightning, doesn't it? I think we can all agree. We're quite impressed with the speed of it. Now, if anyone missed it, I'm just going to go live to the OpenSpot again. To my OpenSpot. What was the delivered price including tax? Well, it's 319, call it 320. On the website, 320, and the tax was 70 for me in the UK. Yeah, Rich Kielbasser. I ordered the 4 Pro just to keep in my truck. Yeah, well, I don't recognise that name. Thank you for watching. Nice to have you watching. You know, you can have it out of sight, can't you? You don't need to leave it on view. There's nothing to look at on it. Yes, you're right, Don. A screen on it. I think it's a huge letdown that it hasn't got a screen on it. And right, so I'm just shutting some tabs. OpenSpot 4. I was just doing that earlier. So let's show you. This is quite impressive. How fast it does the updates. That motorbike's come back, by the way. What should the screen show? Well, talk group, stuff like that. What should the screen show? Talk groups, the call sign of the person talking, the IP number so you can find it quickly. You know, it's beaten hands down on these Pi stars. IP address, yeah, that's crucial if you're just setting it up. Because it doesn't speak it out, does it, like on the RPG nodes? Anyway, right, so let's just show you. This was what I wanted to show you, the update procedure. Did you see this, Andreas? Did you catch it earlier? Yeah, smart. You see, they're doing incremental updates. I know what they're playing at. They're copying Apple. They're doing incremental updates. So, Andreas, watch this, Andreas. This'll impress you. Look how quick the upgrade and the update feature is. Well, the upgrade. I'm not going to do the upgrade, but I just wanted to show you how fast it downloads. This is annoying. You've got to put it on the. I'm just going to plug it in. Okay, so I'm just going to plug it in and see how fast the updates come downloading. I've got a 60 megabit connection here. I mean, I think that's superb. It was a lot slower than that. Put it in the comments. You know, have you found the downloads, the firmware, and the call sign database? Have you found that slow? You know, on the previous models, including the 3, I have. Extremely slow. So I will do an upgrade, a firmware upgrade. You know, I just wanted to get the video out and be the first person to do a video on it. Let's just see if anyone else, because I know Don Arnold has got one. It'd be nice if Don was watching. See, on YouTube, this is how if I want to find new OpenSpot 4 videos. OpenSpot 4. Search. And then you've got filters at the top. And I can say, show me in order, you know, OpenSpot videos in this order. And look, there's me at the top. I'm live now. And then, of course, Andreas is there with about 50 videos on it. And I know he puts a lot of work into them. So yeah, big thanks to Andreas for everything he does. You know, he's always helping people out. There's Greg, K6EGG. He's still there, Greg. So I just wanted to check that this is the first OpenSpot 4 Pro live test. So that's awesome. Right, so let's get some contacts, and you know, you guys can call in and tell us your opinions. or or ask questions. So I'm just going to get this off the screen, and I'm not going to do the update. I'll do it at the end and see how long the updates take. So I'm gonna go. Let's go to D star. First of all, I'm gonna listen on D star on 30 alpha. 30 alpha. So quick setup. D star to reflector, which is D star, 30 alpha. Now we're seeing how quick it takes to connect. That was about half a second, and that's the longest I've seen. That's quite impressive. So I'm on 30 alpha. Turn the volume up. Did you see that? Did you think that was quick, Andreas? I was quite impressed with that. Yes, it's a GitHub repo. So we're listening on 30 alpha. So if anyone wants to call in, and we're listening on 30 alpha. If anyone wants to see how it sounds, we're on 30 alpha. Are you able to call in, Fred? I know you sit on 30 alpha. So we're going to go through all the modes: DMR, D star, Fusion. Don't really know where to go on Fusion, but
UKHW1FJF.
Yeah, got you there, Mr. Fred. W1FJF. How is this sounding? I'm on the ID52, and we're going through the OpenSpot 4 Pro.
I think the audio sounds great.
Yeah, roger on that. Yeah, the audio does sound fantastic. Very loud and crisp, and whether it's better than the previous 3, it's difficult to say, isn't it? I think only time will tell. But yes, a huge thank you for everything you do on my channel in the background. Much appreciated. Couldn't say that enough. You've been an absolute legend. But so did you say you've got to go and pick up your OpenSpot 4 Pro? It's arrived at the post office or the factory, and you're going to go and pick it up in a minute. Is that right?
Yes, my secretary said they FedEx dropped it off in the lobby this morning. So yeah, I got 2 of them in there. I buy by the pair. That way I can have one at home and I can have one in my back pocket.
Yeah, why not? I mean, that's a fantastic size. It's portable. It's a great companion to have with you in the car, isn't it? When you're travelling. I was travelling down to the East Coast. I remember I texted you. I said I'm going on a little holiday, going down towards Spalding Way to visit Andy Kinch. He's 2E0 UKQ, and I was dreading the drive down there, because I don't think the weather was anything special. And I had the OpenSpot 3 on, and I got chatting away, and before I knew it, I was there. Radio Big Mouth was sitting there chopsing away on the radio, and before I knew it, I'd actually arrived at my location. Back to you.
Yes. Well, I noticed that when you click the speaker on your computer, that the audio was much better, because on the OpenSpot 3, I think the processing was slower, so the audio would break up.
it would break apart. And I think it was probably because of audio drivers and the speed of the audio coming out through the speaker of the computer once they converted. And it was nice and clean. I couldn't believe it. And because, you know, I like to listen when I'm at work, and I don't want my radio on, so I'll turn the microphone on the software on my computer and listen. But sometimes I have to shut it off because it's just too choppy. And so plus it was it was much clearer. This is really clear. This is clean. That would be interesting to see if you go from D-Star to DMR, like on 91. And and I think the audio came out of 91 on the dashboard, but it wouldn't come out of your radio because you weren't linked up yet. So that's a different story. So once the dashboard's up, I don't think it transmits to your radio right away until you link up. But that may be wrong. I haven't operated my dashboard for quite a while. Anyway, I'm going to hang out because I got to leave here and run to the factory and pick up my OpenSpot 4s, and then I got to run down to my attorneys and pick up some documents. So it'll be interesting to come back and mess around. You have fun, enjoy, and take care. Dewey Zero UKA show. You want to have clear.
Yeah, okay, Fred. Yeah, awesome. Thanks a lot, mate. Wonderful. Well, it finally arrived, and I'm glad it's. I'm glad you got a chance to see it working and have your critical opinion, because, you know, I'm trying very hard not to just say, yeah, everything's fantastic. You know, I'm trying to be objective. You know, people are asking sensible questions. You know, should you go from the 3 to the 4 and 4 Pro? And it's very difficult. But anyway, thanks for calling in, and perhaps you'll stay listening on your phone, in the car. Okay, so any more calls? We're on D-Star 30 Alpha. We will be going over to DMR. Let's say on DMR, if you want to get ready, we'll be on 2353. 2353. We'll do that one next if you want. I know DMR's a popular one. So put it in the comments if you want to call in on D. If you want to go on a different one on D. If you can't get on there, 30 Alpha, put it in the comments, and I'll see you on the, put it in the comments, say 30 Charlie, and I'll see you there. But I'm trying to be courteous and not use a busy one. So I'm just doing D-Star direct at the moment. Quick setup, D-Star to reflector. That's how you choose it. So put it in the comments if you would like to call in and see how it sounds. Next, we're going to go over to DMR 2353. So I'm just going to alter my text here. So just bear with me. I did hear someone call in. Go ahead. This is 2E0 UKH. We're on 30 Alpha. Yes, did someone want to call in on 30 Alpha? This is 2E0 UKH. Let's see who that was. I'm just looking on my... Gotta go, chaps. Okay, Jimbo, thanks for joining us. Yeah, I'm just looking on the dashboard. Right, let's go over to DMR next. 2353, Brandmeister. DMR. Brandmeister. 2353. Yeah, it looks better there, I think. Okay, so I'm going to go over to...
Mike Italy 0, November Uniform Mike.
Yes, Mike Italy 0 November uniform. Mike, thank you for calling in. Go ahead.
Yeah, sort of about the delay. The volume on the radio down, and I was watching in the live. I was watching in the live stream, so it was a bit of a delay, as you can imagine. No, the OpenSpot 4 looks nice, but it's expensive. Yeah, there's a lot of cheaper options out there, don't you think, from MI0 anyway?
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a good way of summing it up. There's Martin's saying it's a wee bit expensive, but there's a lot better options. You're right. If it had a screen on it, it'd make all the difference. Nice big colours. Colour screens are so cheap nowadays. Pi-Star. The Pi-Star hotspots have shown that. You can get a hotspot with a screen on it for £30. But I mean, I know what they're doing. It's incremental updates. If they put all their updates into one release, they'll have nothing for next time. So they've added a battery, a Wi-Fi modem, cross-moding. I think it's about time we had a screen on the next model at least. Back to you. So at the moment we're on D-Star 30 Alpha and we're going over to Brandmeister.
Yeah, Chris, sorry I lost you there. A lot of packet loss. I don't know if you're still covering there or not from MI0 anyway.
Yeah, thank you, Rich, for that comment. Yeah, well, you never know where the loss is. But no, I was just saying, I think the next iteration of it definitely got to have a screen on it. Oh, you can't hear me now. Anyway, I hope you can still hear me. I'm just monitoring my errors, and there's no errors to mention, so it's probably internet related. Anyway, back to you. MI0NUM. So we're on D-Star at the moment, 30 Alpha.
MI0NUM returning. Yes, Chris, all covered. Just got a call from the long-haired general there. The dinner's ready, so I'll say 7-3 for now, and hopefully we'll hook up again. MI0NUM clear. Bye-bye.
Yes, okay, William. Thank you for calling in and being the first to call in. A lot of people are a bit shy. They don't like to pick up the mic, especially when it's on YouTube. Anyway, 7-3, and thank you for calling in. So we're on D-Star 30 Alpha, and we're going over to Brandmeister next on DMR. So I'm just listening for any more calls, and then I'm going to QSY over to someone keyed up there. KM4HRR. KM4HRR. Go ahead, 2E0 UKH. No audio. So we're on D-Star 30 Alpha at the moment, and we will be going over to Brandmeister. I'll just move that out of the way so it doesn't look confusing. Okay, KM4HRR on the Blue DV. There was no audio. You're on Blue DV, so just go in on it and reselect your audio device. I get this problem a lot. It reverts back to the wrong input source, and check your volume. So just have a quick look at it, and I'll give you a minute. I'll give you a couple of minutes to do that, and then we're going to move on to DMR. So call in if you can. 2E0 UKH. So keep the questions and the comments going. I'm just checking there's nothing I've missed. Terry's saying he can do DMR on HubNet. We can do. I can do that if you want, Terry. I just don't like to take over a busy one, that's all. Anyway, I'm just going to listen out a little bit longer for the station that keyed up. KM4HRR. If I bring up my right monitor, he's keying up again. Still no audio. Yeah, still no audio, unfortunately. Just check you've got the mic gain up on the Blue DV app, and you've got the right microphone input under, I think it's under modem in it, there's on the Blue DV app. Anyway, try again, and then we're moving on to DMR 2353 Brandmeister DMR next. Okay, so I'm just going to bring up the next mode because we're not getting many takers on here. We had 3, but I can't hear one of them. So that's a shame. So that's where we're going next. And I'm not actually going to do the link, but I'm going to show you how we do it. DMR 2353. Just getting it lined up on another monitor. 2353, because that's like a chat channel on DMR. Two, 353. Two, 353. So we're still listening on D start, and then we're going over to 2353. I'm trying to find it in the list. 2353. Okay, right, just stand by. I'm trying to take it over to 2353. Don't see it. 2353. Jake Catan. Hello Jake, thank you for joining us. We've got the OpenSpot 4, we're just messing about with it. And I'm trying to take it over to 2353, but I'm not having much luck. 2353. I know it's terrible. Right, I found it. There's just so many channels. How much was it? A lot. They're 319 and £70 tax. Right, I'm now on DMR 2353.
OpenSpot connected to Brandmeister server.
Okay, so we're on 2353. Okay, 2E0 UKH listening on 2353. 2353. Any takers? This is 2E0 UKH. 87 minutes, Fred Romeo. Yeah, we're having fun here, going through all the options. Yeah, well, we've had 200 views already.
2E0 UPH P9TIG portable. Good evening, Chris.
There he is. There's Martin. Martin's there, PE9TIG. Thank you for calling in. Martin has been a follower of the channel for a long time. I spoke to you on a repeater, didn't I? I spoke to you on HF on the on a 10-meter repeater. So what do you make of all this OpenSpot? And you know, what hotspots do you use in that way there, Martin?
UPH P9TIG portable returning. Yeah, I'm still using the OpenSpot 1. Not at the moment. I'm using the repeater about 11 kilometers away from me. It's working okay. When I have to use the OpenSpot, I will. But and yes, we spoke on 10 meters on HF to the Polish repeater, I think. And we spoke on 70 cents to Papa India to November Oscar Sierra, the Dutch national repeater system on 70 cents.
Yeah, very good. Well, I must say you're sounding very good. And yeah, so you've got the OpenSpot 1, and I remember being very excited for that. I never had the 1 or the 2. They never did any cross-moding, so there was I didn't go for it because they didn't do the cross-moding, and at the time I didn't see any benefit from a Pi-Star hotspot, because on the original Pi-Stars, even on early days, you could do cross-moding on Pi-Star from DMR to Fusion or Fusion to DMR, or you know, but nothing that involved D-Star. So because it had a screen on it, because I could already do some cross-moding. Jake, yeah, that was brilliant. 10 meters FM to Switzerland. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so because it had a screen on it, because it did a little cross-moding, I didn't see the point. But the 3 and the 4 have got full hardware transcoding, so that's a big plus. Anyway, back to you, Martin. Have you got any questions?
UHP9TIG returning. No, negative, no more questions on this house. Have to go to dinner. My phone was calling me, so to you, Chris, and to all the channel, and until we meet again, P9TIG Clear Tango.
Yeah, okay, Martin. Awesome. Well, thank you for taking part. We can do a lot more live streams from the mobile, and a lot more OpenSpot videos, you know, setting it up, and because I think a lot of people want to know, you know, is it worth, this big question, is it worth upgrading from the 3 to the 4 Pro? Anyway, 73 Martin, PE9TIG in the comments from 2E0 UKH. Thanks for calling in, Martin, 73. Yeah, go ahead. 2E0 UKH returning. Go ahead, Andreas. Yeah, well, I knew you'd be interested. You know, you've done a few videos on the OpenSpot already, and I saw you put one up as well. today, didn't you? But it was. I rushed home from work. It was very nice to be able to put the first video on the OpenSpot, and on the OpenSpot 4 Pro. I just did a search a minute ago, and it was the first one that went up. So, you know, me and Andreas, we were the first people to get the ID 52. I'm on it at the moment, the ID 52, and that was really cool, wasn't it? We had them for months before everyone else. So, any questions? You know, anywhere you want me to go on the OpenSpot menus, or any general questions? Richard is saying, I love no screen. That's good. That's good. That's a good comment. It makes it simple. I know what you're saying. You don't know.
No, you pretty much answered everything I have been sort of looking at the info on it, and I gathered the main three things with the battery faster, processor better software, and the same profiles. It's just a shame that we came out of the EU, because I think if we hadn't done that, the price was a bit more healing, around 300. It's just that tax, isn't it? It's just how we do what 300, what we go for it, but we're always like, I'll just stay out the house as usual. Back to you.
Yeah, Roger on that. Yeah, I think we've been through all the changes. If anyone's just joined us, you know, we're talking about the OpenSpot 4 Pro, and you know, a lot of people are asking what's the difference between the three. You know, it's got 10 profiles. Yeah. It's got 10 profiles, it's got a bigger battery, does hardware transcoding, redesigned software and hardware, definitely redesigned hardware. The software has been tweaked. It looks like it's just been altered. It's not doesn't look redesigned. It does. It looks identical with a few changes. It's really fast. Noticed it's really fast. Anyway, let me just check I'm transmitting, because when I key up, I've got your call sign.
Yeah, not sure if you see you over there. I am getting some cuts out here from upstairs. But yeah, it's sounding good, and it's one of those. You've got the most advanced OpenSpot. I think it's worth it really, and you're going to have lots of use for it. I'll stand by for you're busy there, and 063.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you for calling in. And by the way, Les is saying, have I done anything on the All-Star nodes? And I've done loads of stuff in the past. You know, this is my All-Star node, and I've done loads of videos on it in the past. And I will do some more in the future, so that's a good reminder. Anyway, 73 Andreas. That's Andreas M0FXB. Digital Ham Radio Diary on YouTube. Anyway, listening for more calls on DMR Brandmeister 2353. Listening. Yes, have a look back, Les. Look at the G7 RPG node. I did a review on it a few years ago. So if anyone wanted to call in, we're on 2353 on DMR. Just looking to see who's just keyed up. M6 DPS Stephen. M6 DPS Stephen, are you there? It's 2E0 UKH. So on the OpenSpot, on all of them, you can see the, I'll bring up the dashboard. Just like on PyStart, I can click on M6 DPS and it shows it goes straight to QRZ. Now there's a few comments I've missed, so I'm just going back through there. So this was a good question. Jake said, what was the difference between the 3 and the 4? Not the Pro, the 3 and the 4. Well, I think the 3 is better. The 3 does hardware transcoding, the 4 doesn't. I think they did away with the 3 because probably they haven't got the parts to make it. I'm not sure. You know, the parts shortage. But it does look, you know, put your opinion in the comments. It does look like the 4 is a downgrade to the 3, doesn't it? Anyway, any other stations wishing to call in? This is Chris 2E0UKH in the UK listening. So any questions about the OpenSpot? We've been going quite a while now. At least, is it a couple of hours? So Les was asking about the All-Star node. I've got one of the G7 RPGs here. Yeah, go ahead there, Fred. I'm on a D-Star radio, but I'm cross-moding into DMR 2353. How does it sound in comparison to earlier? We can hear you, Fred. We can hear you. Yeah, go again, Fred. Go again, Fred. Well, I did receive you. 2E0UKH. Back to you, Fred.
It just sounds good. I like it.
Yeah, well, it's nice to have it so very fast, isn't it? You know, them firmware updates, that was very impressive, the download. We thought it was because they have rubbish internet in Estonia, didn't we? Because we're getting the updates. But it just shows that it was slow because the CPU on it is like bottlenecked. You know, it's running at capacity, isn't it? It's like a really old. It's like using a really old Raspberry Pi, you know, that's not got much CPU resource in it, and or it could be the Wi-Fi. It could be the Wi-Fi, whether it's B, G, or N. You know, the band that it's using. But anyway, you know, it's early days, and there's already a firmware update. You know, there's already one firmware update to update to. So when you get yours running, do the update. So keep the comments going. We are winding things down soon.
UKHW1FJF. I'm not too sure why, but you're breaking apart, but I'm not sure why, if it's transcoding or if that's a problem or not. So I'm not sure. I'll know more once I get mine, and then I'll be able to transmit on one and listen on another radio and see if there's any problems with the transcoding from one, like from D-Star to DMR. So I'm not too sure, but you are breaking apart, and it's hard to hear the audio.
Yeah, thank you for the report. I'm looking on the screen, and there was very low, very low, like, loss. So I'm just showing the dashboard at the moment, so it might not have been my end, but certainly sounding good coming through this way. M6YIK is in the house. Hi, Fran. Fran's got a YouTube channel. When are you going to do a video on the loops, on the baby loop? So anyway, go ahead, Fred. Have you picked up yours yet from the? Have you picked yours up yet? So check out Fran's YouTube channel, M6YIK. Anyway, nothing heard on you there, Fred. We'll take a standby and we'll listen for any more calls. And feel free to come in later if, you know, I've lost you at the moment. So anyway, I'm listening for any calls on DMR 2353.
W1FJ, I'm saying goodbye to you. Hey, have fun. Take care. You've been on for almost 2 hours already.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. That's awesome. We've had a few hundred views, and we've got a lot to talk about. You know, I'm going to be testing this stuff anyway, so I might as well put it out live and give informed advice. Based on what we're finding. It does seem very good, very fast. It's definitely, the hardware is definitely a lot better, but I wouldn't say redesigned software. It's been altered, but it's still, it looks the same, doesn't it? But what's going on under the hood, you don't know. Anyway, 7-3, and thanks again for joining in. So if you want to call in on a mode we haven't mentioned, put it in the comments. At the moment we're on DMR 2353. Terry, are you still there, Terry? Did you want to try HubNet? I wouldn't sit on there, but some people, no disrespect, some people changing talk group is not easy. They just probably use it on one talk group all the time. Anyway, I'm curious about this firmware update. If no one calls in, I'm gonna do this firmware update and see how long it takes. Would anyone? It's not very interesting, but would anyone like to see that? How long the firmware update actually takes? A live firmware update. If anyone calls in, I'll take the call. But put it in the comments. Do you want to see a firmware update? Shouldn't be very long to update. Well, you'd think so. Have you got any experience, Fran, of the OpenSpots? Because normally, I'm just going to bring up the other screen. Normally, a firmware update takes quite a while, but on this one, on the newer model, it's lightning quick. I mean, I haven't actually done the update yet because I like to show this little demo. I mean, that is pretty rapid. I always thought it was down to slow internet, but perhaps they've improved the Wi-Fi on it, the band, whether it's B, G or N, faster Wi-Fi, or it could be the CPU. Anyway, let's leave it going and see how long it takes. So anyone watching doesn't know what's going on, we're just doing a firmware update because it was very slow on the OpenSpot 3, 2 and 1. It was terribly slow, and me and Fred Romeo, we used to think it was down to the internet connection. So this makes fascinating viewing, doesn't it? But this is really excited. Right, so it's done a reset.
File 1 ready.
You get that noise when it's just starting, profile 1 ready.
OpenSpot connected to Brandmeister server.
Yeah, so that, I mean, that's impressive. You know, put it in the comments if you've got an OpenSpot. That, you know, that is impressive. That is very quick. You know, we're going to be winding the stream up in a few minutes, but I'm well aware that there's new people come, you know, that weren't watching earlier. So if you've got any questions, I don't mind going over stuff. We're on DMR 2353. If anyone wants to call in and ask a question or make a comment, if I've got anything wrong, please correct it. I don't know anything about the open spots other than, you know, what the public information is out there. You have another update. Oh, that's probably the DMR database. How did you know I got another update? Because you can't see it on the screen. Yeah, so we got another firmware update. Okay. Well, version 11 this is. I'm glad someone was watching carefully. But that was quite impressive, wasn't it? How quickly it rebooted. The gold star, yeah. Yeah, you've got a gold star there for observation. So we're still on DMR 2353 doing a firmware update. And I mean, you know, we shouldn't get excited that it's going this quick. It's only a 3 megabyte file, but on the previous models, you know, on small files like that, we're taking 10-15 minutes.
OpenSpot profile 1 ready.
So the firmware's done, it's resetting, it's restarting.
OpenSpot connected to Brandmeister server.
Yeah. Anyway, quite a few more people have joined us. You know, if there's any questions, you know, we're gonna end the stream soon. This has been over 2 hours, but if anyone's got any questions, you know, or comments, update done. Yeah. Just checking for any more, and there's no more. You know, if anyone's got any questions, get them in now. You know, I'm on the OpenSpot 4, and it's the 4 Pro, and I'm going through the Icon ID52. That was quick, yeah. I mean, in terms of file size, it was small, but on the OpenSpot 3, that would have taken 15 minutes, wouldn't it? So I'm just going to put it on. I'm going to go off to 30 Charlie and have a listen on there. Have a listen to. Does it support 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi? I don't know. I can look on the specs online. I don't think it does, actually. It's a good question. So I'm just going to do a search for that. Because don't you get further range? SPD TDL. What is the benefit of having 5 gigahertz? Does it give it better range? There's something like that. There's a reason why that is useful, and it doesn't have that. 2.4 gigahertz. Faster. Right, faster speeds. Yes, that sounds familiar. I think it's faster speeds, but it doesn't go through so many walls or something like that. Right, got you, Rich. 2.4 is better for distance. Okay, well, let's take it over to go back to the hotspot itself, and we'll get some D-star traffic on it. Daniel is saying 5 gigahertz has less range than 2.4. Right, but it's faster, so that's worth knowing. Thank you. Right, so I'm going to listen on D-star to reflector 30 Charlie. I mean, look how quick that connects. That is impressive.
REF030 Charlie.
SB and WC7V 73 on your final.
Okay, copy that. I'll catch you later on down the log. 7-3 to you as well. Whiskey Charlie 7 Victor from Kilo Juliet 7 Sierra Bravo November. 7-3, and I'll be.
Yeah, I've never had that, Terry, a password. If anyone can think to help Terry out. Yeah, the audio's excellent. But the most important thing is that the hardware's improved. The software might look the same, but what's going on under the hood we don't know. But now it's powerful enough to do these cross-moding. So we're listening on 30 Charlie. I quite like doing this changing. You know, it's so lightning quick. Reflector.
Back on.
F001 Charlie.
Following in your track there, Winston. And
Yes, that's a good. It could be your Brandmeister master server. Your Brandmeister DMR self-care password.
terribly anxious to play in front of others, but I do enjoy playing for myself from time to time and use it as sort of a way to relax and be comfortable in life. So I have several guitars sitting here in the room with me. Most of them are remnants of my brother who passed away a few years ago. But at any rate, I enjoy the guitar in a casual and relaxed kind of way. So I see my wife just came down the stairs, and no doubt she's got chores we have to go out and.
Yes, it does sound beautiful. Let's look at the. Let's look at the jitter.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, old shoes. Okay. Yeah. Actually, as you know, as we get older, what we wear on our feet can be important. So there's a set of shoes that have good supports for your ankle and your arch, and are durable. So we always enjoy those. And then when they get old, 4 or 5 years old, they become garden shoes, and then they last another.
So very low BER error rates.
Anyway, it's probably getting to be time for us to vamoose. We're going out to get eggs here in a bit. Just love farm fresh eggs with delightful golden yellow yolks.
Yeah.
So it's one of the things we splurge on. G4PEFW7JZU for.
I'm just going to bring up the battery. Try and do that. Yeah, it's on 100%. It's plugged in. It's plugged in. I'm just going to remove it. Let's see how long it takes to go down 1%.
G4 Prophet Echo Fox. A very, very good afternoon to you, good lady.
So I hope you're all fit and well, you and your family, and I hope you stay that way. And fine on the eggs, yes, I am very, very fussy about food. Unfortunately, I lost my ex-wife in 1st of April. So I can't really complain, but she was bedridden for the last 20 years of her life, and I looked after her, and so I'm quite used to running the house and doing all the cooking and shopping and cleaning and laundry and so on, and I've always been very, very fussy about food.
Connected to REF030 Charlie.
11 here at West Coast time. I think we're supposed to be in the upper 90s, maybe lower hundreds today. But yeah, if you say so, it's definitely snowing here. Back to you.
Okay, you got a cold spell. You'll have to put the heat on. Sorry about that. I mean, it costs money to use the heat. Turn on the furnace, so.
Beautiful audio, yeah.
Down there. And, I guess, you can only do the best you can, but yeah, I've never visited your wonderful state.
Yeah, well, it's saying up to 30 hours, Rich, on the OpenSpot 4 Pro. Mr. Sean, nice to see you, Sean.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, Nevada is definitely interesting state to say the least. I like living here, and I've been here over 30 years, so definitely lots to do if you don't partake in into the casinos and making a contribution to the casinos. Go ahead.
Well, I guess they have to make a living like everyone else, but I make quite a good living. And it's usually run by us.
OpenSpot connected to Brandmeister server.
I'm just going to test it out, going over to America link. If I can find it. So this is how quickly it goes from D-Start to YSF.
OpenSpot connected to YSF reflector 32592.
E0 UKH on America link. Just testing my OpenSpot 4. Absolutely.
30. If it was Alpha Kilo Hotel. Kilo Echo 4 Quebec Bravo Hotel.
Yeah, go ahead. This is yeah, K4. Was it? Sorry, I completely it went up on the screen and it's gone off the screen. Go ahead again. Sorry, I do apologise. 2E0 UKH.
UKH. This is Kilo Echo 4 Quebec Bravo Hotel, Raleigh, North Carolina. Name here is Steve. You're sounding good. I'm waiting for my OpenSpot 4. You got yours. So, how easy was it to set up?
It was very easy to set up. Just so you know, the process is something like this. You switch it on, and it's automatically from new in a mode where it can be picked up on a Wi-Fi device like a phone or a tablet or a laptop. I couldn't get it working on my desktop PC because it's not Wi-Fi. So I went in the other room, I picked up my laptop and I picked up my laptop and connected by Wi-Fi, and then it worked in the other room. So it's pretty easy, and it's the same to set up as all of them. So take a look on YouTube and you'll see some pointers.
Canadian 4W with a comment.
Yes, go ahead with a comment, please.
Yeah, Chris, 2E0, UK. So I just got OpenSpot 4 in, probably about 30 minutes ago. Got it up and running, and I'm just adding the modes and populating the data that I want, each mode and how it functions and so forth. Great product. I'm going to pass it along to the other station in Raleigh, North Carolina, about 25 miles east of you in Smithfield, North Carolina. So with that, I'll back out 73s to both. And Chris, can't wait for your YouTube video to come out there. Go ahead, get in.
Yeah, okay, we're actually live at the moment. I should have said we're live now on YouTube. We're just doing a test of the OpenSpot, and we've been going about 2 hours. So, but just to let you know, we are live at the moment on YouTube, and you can play it back to find yourself. You're about at the 2 hour mark. So that was nice. He recognised me and was looking forward to some videos.
Okay, real good, real good. 73s, and like I said, it's a great hotspot here. I didn't have the OpenSpot 3, but I got the OpenSpot 4, so alright, 73s. I know other people have questions about it, so I'll talk with you later. KN4.
Yeah, okay, well, thank you for coming in with a question and the comment. By the way, the OpenSpot 4, I've never seen firmware updates as quick on an OpenSpot. They're lightning. The downloads are dead quick, and the firmware update is like instantaneous. When you cross mode from one mode to another, it's instantaneous. The hardware on it is like lightning. The software looks identical, so it's supposed to be redesigned, but for anyone listening, it's definitely got improved hardware, bigger battery, and I'm actually on an ID52 at the moment. I'm coming in from D-Star to Fusion. Anyway, 7.3, and I'll take a standby. So we're on America link here. Don't want to get told off being on there. Yeah, so that was on America link. Alan Reed is still here. Thank you for staying, Alan. Alan's been here from the start. So how long have we been going now? Because I got the amount of people watching is going up. So we're talking about the OpenSpot 4. Any questions you've got on it, put it in the comments. We are going to wind this stream up, but I won't do it for another 5-10 minutes because we've got quite a lot of people watching still. So any questions, put them in the comments. If I don't know, someone else will answer. But one thing we've noticed, it's very quick. Changing from one mode to another is very quick. I can bring up my dashboard here, and all the cross-moding is done from quick setup. You can do it manually, but this is like a wizard. It says what radio you on. So I'm on a D-Star radio, and where do you want to go? So I'd go to Brandmeister, click connect, and it's in there in
OpenSpot connected to Brandmeister server.
2 hour 5 minutes. Thank you, Alan. That's very helpful. So immediately in D-star into DMR. So D-star into FCS. I don't know what that is, that repeater. 000. So let's go and give Bob a shout in K6 UDA in the YouTubers bunch room. So look at that.
OpenSpot connected to FCS 3 through 48.
Yes, you can use it on any browser, Sean. Any browser. And you can play the audio back through the browser if you're not holding the radio. K6 UDA. K6 UDA. This is 2E0 UKH. Are you receiving, Bob? Anyway. To get it, it says it's IP. Anyway, I'm reading the SPD's comment. Anyway, to get it, it says it's IP. To get it, it doesn't read it out, if that's what you mean. You have to look on Wi-Fi networks that are connected to your device, and like a Wi-Fi search tool. That's what I used. Daniel Van D. Is it not allowed as non-American to talk on America Link? I've been on there loads. Not much recently, but America Link is a very busy one, and I've been on there hundreds of times, so I think it's fine. You know, that's what the spirit of amateur radio is. You go anywhere. If someone makes a call, you go back to them. As long as you're courteous, you know. If someone makes a call and no one goes back to them, I will always go back to them, whether you're allowed to talk on there or not. You know, that's not in the spirit of ham radio, having rooms where you can't talk. Right, you're new. Okay, Daniel, that's awesome. Yes, I think that's. I have run into the problem before on DMR talk groups, like Oregon. I've got a load of friends in Oregon on the case, on a repeater in Oregon, AB7BS actually, Chris Navora, something like that. And I put one call out on there and I got shut down saying you're not allowed to talk on here because you're in the UK. And I politely responded, you know, that's not in the spirit of ham radio. And I politely argued my case. But anyway, we're getting more and more people watching. You know, I'm trying to wind the stream down and we're getting more people coming in. So we're talking about the OpenSpot 4. And, you know, let's just go over the improvements. You've got bigger battery, up to, I don't like them words, up to 30 hours. You know, that probably means with battery savers on, but up to 30 hours. But what it's saying is it's an all-day battery, isn't it? Which is a good thing. So, up to 30 hours, improved hardware and software. Definitely seen the hardware's better. It connects like lightning, really does. Firmware updates, ID database, come down really, really quickly. So hardware's a lot better, a lot faster. It does hardware transcoding on the Pro, on the 4 Pro, but on the 4 it doesn't. But it does on the 3. You know, the OpenSpot 3 does that, does hardware transcoding. you know, they're advertising it as if it's something new. The 4 Pro does hardware transcoding. There's 10 profiles, 10 user profiles. Have I missed anything? I think that's the main things. But it's a lot quicker. That's the main thing. The hardware's improved. You know, I'll just show you again, changing from one mode to another. Oh, and the price. Yes, much improved price for them. For them. Yes, Bill. Yes, 319. 319 it is, the Pro. And the 4 is actually worse than the 3. It doesn't do hardware transcoding. But you can't buy the 3 anymore. So, go figure. Yeah, right, let's go and see some... Let's have a final play doing some cross-moding to see how quick it does it to some of the other modes like P25 and XDN. Right, so let's go to my right-hand monitor. I see that you are inside home, but wondering if anyone down the road could report temperature and performance on a hot day. Just trying to understand that. I see you are inside home, yes, but wondering if anyone down the road could report case temperature and performance on a hot day. Yes, well, it's early days, you know, it's only just arrived. But I've got the OpenSpot 3 and I've never had any problem with temperature. I can tell you the temperature in here. But I'm just wondering if it shows it on the screen. I'm not seeing the temperature come up on the screen. By the way, the battery has gone down 1%. Probably in the last 20 minutes. Look at that at the bottom, 29 hours. Did you see that? 29 hours remaining. Did anyone see that down in the bottom left? It said 29 hours remaining. RJG, yeah, I did see it. Yes, thank you. I thought I was going mad. So let's do some quick cross-moding. DMR to NXDN. I don't know where to go on NXDN. I'm just looking for something that's familiar. Nothing familiar so far. But what we're looking at is how quickly it connects. If you look in the bottom left, it shows you're looking for a green. A green means it's connected. So click connect. So it is connected. So we went from DMR to NXDN. Let's go from D star to... I don't see P25 in here. I'm sure we had P. Do we have P25 on the 3? Perhaps it's just not in the cross moding. So D star to DCS XLX.
OpenSpot connected to DCS 005 Alpha.
So the cross-moding is definitely really quick, really impressive. The battery life, I did see in the bottom left there, it said 29 hours left, so that's pretty good. Let's go from NXDN to Dirty Charlie D-Star. Absolutely instantaneous. Upgrade. And just do a quick reboot. See, all these settings are all identical to before, with a few tiny changes. Right, let's reboot it. Yeah, so it's gone off, it's come back on. So that's pretty impressive. You know, if anyone's got any questions, put it in the comments. We're just playing about with this OpenSpot 4. This is the Pro model. If anyone would like to call in, I can go to 2353. So I'll go from D-Star to Brandmeister 2353.
OpenSpot connected to Brandmeister server.
So we're on DMR 2353. Just trying to find my text. There it is. So if anyone wanted to call in and see how it sounds, or see how you sound, I would love to do a live test, but my unit is stuck in Germany. Yes, I understand. You know what? I don't mind doing a long live stream. You know, I'm going to be testing it anyway. I might as well stream it. Might help someone out. Might sway them into getting one or put them off. You know, I'm trying to be honest. So if anyone's on, wants to call in on 2353. William's there again. MI0NUM. William, go ahead there, my friend. How you doing? I know we spoke earlier, but anyway, come back to me there, William. 2E0UKH. No, recording, I didn't. I'm trying to find your comment about recording. Right, got it. The Pro has recording. I haven't seen any recording. There's web playback. You can play back the audio, but the 3 does that as well. If you look on the screen, I'll show you where that is. We've been through every setting. If you look here, where I'm highlighting, there's a speaker. There's Stephen. Stephen tried before. Yeah, go ahead, Stephen. M6 DPS. Stephen, go ahead. It's Chris. 2E0 UKH. Yeah, okay, RJG. Yeah. Yeah, copy and paste it in.
Fantastic. I'm on the OpenSpot 3 on DMR, and I'm using my Android phone as the hotspot, so I'm not so sure what this will sound like on the network, but I'll play the YouTube back and see how it did. Anyway, back to you, M6 DPS.
Yeah, okay, awesome, Stephen. It's 2E0 UKH. I did see you trying earlier, but for one reason or another, I never heard, I saw you key up, but I didn't hear you calling. But no, it's sounding good. Sounding really good. I use a mobile to provide the internet, and I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. When you've got something new, it's very easy just to say everything's brilliant, and but I'm trying to be objective. A lot of people are asking should they upgrade from the 3, and it's a difficult one to answer, but I'm trying to answer it truthfully. Back to you.
I would have gone for it if it's a little screen put in like you said. It takes me a while to figure out what my IP address is when I'm doing it through the possible hotspot. Because you never know what your phone is going to give it. IP address wise, not like when you're using Wi-Fi, you can look at your settings of your router. On my particular Android phone, there isn't any what the IP addresses are of things connected, so you've got to use an app to go and find the IP, and it would be so nice just to have it displayed on the screen. So I would have gone from the 3 if they had a screen, so I'll the next one. Anyway, I'm out of here. Steve, and 6 BPS.
Yeah, okay, and very good point. And this is something I've been going on about. A screen on it is long overdue. A screen on it is long overdue. Even these cheapo hotspots, they're beating it. They're beating it hands down by having a screen on it. To find the IP number. And you can put an Android app on. Wi-Fi searcher, search for what's connected. Same as iPhone. I had to do that actually on. I had to do that when I set up this OpenSpot 4 Pro. What it was, my PC is not Wi-Fi; it's Ethernet. I've got it set up wired because we all know that's better than Wi-Fi, and I couldn't connect to it, and I couldn't find the IP number. So what I did was, on a laptop which is on the same wireless network, which is Wi-Fi, I found the OpenSpot on there and added it that way. And if it had a screen on it, it would have been so much easier. But I think the OpenSpot, I think it's all about the cross-moding, isn't it? You just buy one radio, one hotspot, and you can do everything. I think that's what it's all about, isn't it? One radio, one hotspot, and you can do all the modes. Anyway, I'll say 7.3, and thank you for calling in. Zoom in. I don't. Let me try. Yeah, that's a good point. RJG. See, look, we're good here. We're trying to accommodate people. Look. Just zooming in. Is that big enough for you? RJG, is that big enough for you? I'm just joking, don't worry. So yeah, good point. Anyone on a tablet or a phone, I have the same problem. Using DudeStar. What's the host? What host is Brandmeister 2353? Well, just use any of the Brandmeister master servers and the talk group. Any of the Brandmeister servers will work. Master servers, Netherlands, UK, Belgium, that's what I normally use. And it's 2353, that is the talk group. So yes, that's a bit better. I've zoomed in a bit now. And I'll just demonstrate how quickly it cross modes. We are on 2353. Let's go from do the same again. So from D-Star to Brandmeister on 2353. Go. That's how quickly it does it.
OpenSpot connected to Brandmeister server.
Anyway, I keep threatening to leave. You know, we've been through everything several times, which is fine. There's William again. See, you know, if you've got any questions, put it in the comments. I don't mind repeating things. Yeah, I'm glad you make you laugh. Yeah, William, MI0 NUM. Go ahead. It's Chris 2E0 UKH. I think he's just listening. A lot of people just listen at work, or you know, just bringing something up which might interest you. And that is, this YouTube channel has a Facebook page. I'm just trying to bring it up for you. And it's Digital Analog Ham on Facebook. That's the group. So the playback is only for the last message. No, it's live. It's live. So this is my Facebook group. And I do ask some questions just to get just to have as few people in here as possible, so that if you don't, this is all about the YouTube channel, and if you don't know what it's about, you know, you and you can't answer the questions, it sifts people out. Let's see what notifications. Barry Zoll commented on your post in OpenSpot 3. Slightly, yeah, this is a good comment that Barry's making on this Facebook group. The web interface is a lot faster. I did actually post, because I put these post links to anything I'm doing that's relevant. I did put one in the I put a link in here and it was deleted immediately. So Steve has received his OpenSpot 4. Yes. So that's the box that come with it, you know. Just got the USB cable and the OpenSpot in the box, nothing else. So this is us live at the moment. On the OpenSpot, you can actually change. You can actually change to DMR, D-Star, Fusion, all from the radio. It has commands built in. So Jonathan's saying, thank you, Andy, for that. Appreciate that. Jonathan is saying, so the bottom line is, Chris, use OpenSpot 3 or the new 4 Pro. Yes, definitely. Definitely. And they know this. They know you want to do this. You know, there's not going to be many people get the 4. So everyone will be forced to get the expensive one. Your status is live. Do you mean you can select any messages? Let me show you. Let me show you, RJG. So I'm going to go to my OpenSpot. And if you go to status, you've got this option to play it back. And that's it. You can hear it. If there was someone on here, you could hear it. And that's it. So if I go to somewhere with activity, D-Star to Reflector 30 Charlie, for example.
OpenSpot connected to RPS030 Charlie.
If I
Foxtrot Tango Quebec, I'll be signing off.
If I have it on, there'll be feedback. But if I enable the speaker, you can listen on your phone. You can listen to the audio. So yeah, very good point actually, Jonathan. Yeah, so no one's going to get the 4, are they? The 3's not available, so you'll have to get the expensive one. Anyway, thank you for sticking with me, Jonathan, towards the end. I know you probably popped in and out for a coffee, but a lot of people staying to the end.
Alpha Bravo 3, Bravo Oscar, Kilo 7, Foxtrot Tango Quebec.
RJG is got to run. But what is the final call on the 4 Pro upgrade to older model? Worth it? If you can afford it, yes. But don't think you've got to. You know, if you sell a 3, if you've got a 3 and you sell it, you'll get £200 for it. And the 4 Pro is 120 more. So I think upgrading is a good option because you can sell the old one. That's what I always do. If I sell a phone. So if I get a new phone, I sell my old one. You know, and sometimes it's 75% of towards the new one, whatever it is, whether it's a radio or a hotspot. So I don't think they're going to sell many 4s. But that's a launch price, 319. That's the launch price. Yeah, in the browser, RJG. You listen in the browser. Are you still on Echolink? Yes, yes, I still have Echolink. We do have live call-in shows where people call in on Echolink. And I do pop into my Echolink node now and again. Anyway, I'm going to say 7.3. Put your 7.3s in the comments. If you have any final questions, put them in there. And I'll answer them. You know, I'm still learning, but I just wanted to show people all about the 4, and hopefully you've picked up some good tips whether upgrading is for you or not. And I'm just seeing if anyone else has done a video yet on the OpenSpot 4. You know, if anyone else wants to do this for anything, you know, not just OpenSpot, for radios or phones or anything in general, you just do a search for the item OpenSpot. You know, it could be an ID52, it could be the new iPhone, it could be anything you're searching for on YouTube, and you just go to the filters. Just show you where I am. You go to the filters section here, and you can say show me videos that were made in the last hour or today with that search term or this month. So if I go this week, there's me live there, and there's Andreas. You know, if I want to follow everyone on YouTube that's got an ID, an IC705, I just put it in here. IC705. Click on filter and show everyone that's posted this month. And that's how I follow all these YouTube channels and get the information. Okay, right, 73 Andy Cowley, 732RJG, and Alan Reader, he's been with us to the end, appreciate that. And Les, thank you for joining in, Les, you've been with us a long time. Mike Knight, hello Mike, hope you caught some of the information, Mike. And I'm a friend of Mike Knight, I've met him. So this has been a bit of a long one, but hopefully a lot of good information given in the video. Anyway, I'm going to go 7-3, and thank you for watching.
Alpha Delta 8, Alpha Lima, Kilo 7, Foxtrot.
Thank you, Sean. Much appreciate that, mate.
This is Alpha Delta 8, Alpha Lima.
Hello, Kirk. My name is Les, Lima Echo Sierra. I am located in Kennewick, Washington, and setting up my field day configuration and testing out D-Star. How am I coming through?
7-3, Terry.
Oh, most excellent. Sounds like you're right next door. I just finally hooked up my 5100 ICOM D-Star radio. How do I sound?
A strong signal. Are you working RF off a reflector, or are you using a hotspot?
I'm right on the repeater. I was getting ready to put in the repeater I was going to go to.